Now let's see what are the rights of the unpaid seller. We know unpaid seller is a person who has not got money for his goods. So do you think he would have any remedies or rights against the buyer? Should he have rather? It is pretty much logical to say yes, he should have rights, because in law there is a principle. We've already studied that principle. It is principle of equity or principle of unjust enrichment. Nobody should unduly become rich at other people's expense. Now, if the buyer does not pay the seller, he is getting unjust enrichment, which the law will not allow, and it will give some rights and remedies to the seller. Now, let's see what are those rights or remedies available to the seller if he becomes an unpaid seller. This is how the chart of rights of unpaid seller looks. Now in this chart you can see the rights of the seller are basically divided into two parts. The first is rights against goods. The second is right against the buyer. Rights against good is called as jus in rem. Jus in rem. Jus in rem means right against some goods, right against some assets, right against some property. So jus in rem means right against goods, asset, property. Okay, and what is jus in personam? Jus in personam means right against a person. These are the personal rights against some person. So the person here is the buyer. So seller has some rights with regards to goods that he has sold, and he has some rights with regards to the buyer himself. Against the buyer, what are the he has some remedies which he can apply against the buyer and possibly lead to his redressal. So now let's see what are the rights which are against the goods which are available to the unpaid seller, and then we'll see what are the rights which are against the buyer which are available to the unpaid seller. So now right against the goods have been divided into two parts. First is if the sale has happened. Second, if the agreement to sell has happened. So in this case, the property in goods has passed. Here, property in goods has not passed, because this is a sale transaction. Sale transaction means there is an immediate transfer, immediate passing of the title, immediate transfer of ownership or the property. But in agreement to sell, there is no transfer of property or the title or the ownership. Okay. So if it is a transaction of sale, the seller has the right to lien, he has the right to stoppage in transit, and he has the right to resell the goods. Now what do you mean by right to lien? Right to lien means right over the custody of the goods. This means right over the custody or possession. Right to lien means right over the custody or the possession of the goods. Right to stoppage in transit is very simple to understand. The goods are in transit and you call up the carrier or the transporter and ask him to not to deliver the goods. Right to stoppage in transit. And then you have the right to resell the goods. You had sold goods, you did not receive the price for it. Law allows you to resell the goods to recover the price. This is pretty simple to understand. So these are the rights available to unpaid seller in case of a sale transaction. But let's say, it is not a sale transaction but an agreement to sell. So what will be the rights in that case? In that case, all these rights will continue. The unpaid seller will have the right to lien over the goods, right to stoppage of transit of goods, and right to resell the goods. He'll have these rights. Along with these rights, he will also have the right to withhold the delivery of goods. Right to withhold the delivery means he may refuse to deliver the goods to the buyer. Okay. So this is the portion of the right of the unpaid seller against the goods. In all these things, in all these rights, you can see that these are exercised against the goods. Right of lien is against the goods. You retain the custody here. Stoppage in transit, you regain the custody here. You get the goods back. Right to resale, you sell the goods again. Withhold the delivery, you do not deliver the goods. So in all these rights, you are exercising the rights over the goods. Now let's see what are the rights that the unpaid seller has over the buyer. Against the buyer, what are the rights that he has? First is sue for price. Pretty logical. He has already sold the goods. The buyer has not given, he's not paid the price. So the seller, he becomes the unpaid seller and he'll sue him for price. He'll ask him to pay the price. Okay. Sue for damages. Now let's say the buyer did not pay the price and there was a time lag, or in that period the seller had some loss. He incurred some loss, or just because the seller withheld the delivery, he stopped the goods in transit, he incurred some losses. There were some transport losses, there were packaging losses. Whatever losses the seller has incurred because of this, he can recover them from the buyer. So he may claim damages from him and then sue for interest. Buyer is not paying the price. Let's say it's been 2 months, now it's been 4 months, 6 months. So whatever the period it is, he may recover the interest for delayed payment. So this is the right which he will get for delayed recovery of price. But for this, it is important that he recovers the price. If he does not recover the price, there is no question of interest. And when the person who is not paying the price will not pay the interest. So if the buyer has paid the price but he has paid it late, there was a delayed payment. So for that period which was delayed, he will recover the interest.